treaty. Germany can't have much of a military. They can't move people into this area called the Rhineland, which is near the border of Germany and France. They have to pay back all those reparations. It was really working in weakening Germany. But Hitler says that treaty was unfair. It wasn't Germany's fault for the war. None of this is good for us. We shouldn't be to blame. And so he starts to very slowly break the provisions of the Treaty of Versailles. He starts to build up his military a little bit. He starts to move people into the Rhineland that he was not supposed to do. And so gradually starts breaking the Treaty of Versailles. The European countries don't do anything about it. Then he's going to go into these countries, Austria and Czechoslovakia, and take parts of those countries. And Austria is called the Anschluss. That you see that on a test. It's referring to when Hitler goes into Austria, takes part of Czechoslovakia. So what he says when he goes there is he's saying, these people in Austria and this part of Czechoslovakia called the Sudetenland, they're ethnically German. They're living in these other countries, but they're German people. They're German speaking and they have German culture and German heritage. They should be part of Germany. So I'm not trying to take over countries, I'm not trying to build an empire or anything, just trying to bring the Germans into Germany. That's all I'm trying to do.
Isn't that what Putin is doing?
I was just going to bring that up. Thank you. So, if you've been following what's going on with Russia and Ukraine and Crimea, so a couple weeks ago, Hillary Clinton compared Vladimir Putin, leader of Russia, to Hitler, and saying, Hitler went into Austria and Czechoslovakia and said, trying to bring the Germans in, and Putin is doing a similar thing. Crimea, sending the troops in and saying, these people are ethnically Russian. So not trying to take over Ukraine, not trying to do anything. I'm just supporting these people who are ethnically Russian. They want to be part of Russia. That's all I'm doing. And so there's been those comparisons. Obviously, nobody's comparing Hitler to Putin in terms of, what happened later in the Holocaust. But in that sense,
technically, there was a dog genocide in Russia.
But you can't get
They killed all the working dogs that were guarding the Olympics. Like, they had guard dogs when they were constructing the Olympics, and then when they became strays, they just pounded them and killed them. So, that's a genocide.
Okay, anyways. We're not going to debate a dog genocide.
It's similar.
Anyways, so Hitler does this, and the European countries, Western European countries, don't like it, but they're not going to do much about it. And the reason why is, anybody know? They don't want another war. We just had World War I. This is happening in the 30s, and World War I ended in 1918. So it's really close. They don't want to fight another war. And so this policy was called appeasement. So really important term to know, appeasement, which means basically giving in to countries' demands in order to keep the peace. And so that's what they were trying to do. So in hindsight, it's really easy to criticize France and Great Britain especially for letting Hitler do these things. But what they were trying to do is avoid war. Once again, nobody could have predicted the Holocaust. They didn't know that something that devastating was going to happen. They didn't know it was going to result in this whole huge war. And so they thought that they were preventing war. They were like, okay, all he's doing is bringing the Germans